Well, here I am again, Dave Gray on TVW, and again a big controversy. The question, is it turf or the beauty of natural grass? It's breathtaking. Here with Vince Sweeney, Associate Athletic Director at the University of Wisconsin. That's tough to say.
It is hard to say. I agree.
Now, another tough decision obviously being made. Grass or turf, where do you want to go on this?
Well, it's really not tough to make. My boss is Pat Richter, and he wants artificial turf. And so, you know what? I think artificial turf is my vote.
We've all been there. It's the same way when my boss wanted saltines in the lunchroom. The controversy continues. Grass or turf? A member of the UW marching band, your name?
Katie.
And Katie, grass or turf?
I'm all for turf.
That's pretty much it. Matt from the UW Spirit Squad. Matt, we need to know, turf.
Well, I would say if it was a pure football stadium, grass, but there's so much more to UW athletics and UW football than football. You got the band and the Spirit Squad and everything. You got to have turf to keep the field up.
We really only needed one word there.
Okay.
Matt from the Madison Mad Dogs, you're the general manager. Tell me, grass, turf, where are you going on this?
I'd rather go with turf. It's a little more exciting, faster pace. It's a better game.
And his goatee's made out of it.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I sprained my ankle in there.
Artificial turf.
Artificial turf.
My vote's for turf.
Artificial turf.
Turf!
While he's on the Spirit Squad. Hey, for those of you who don't remember, this is what the stadium looked like when Don Morton was coach. There's that one guy trying to get a soda. Oh my goodness, it's Mike Leckrone. He just happened luckily to be wandering by. Now, Mike Leckrone, director of the UW band, the fifth quarter is to me the biggest part of this whole thing. Because if you remember when Don Morton was coach here, we had no reason to come here but the fifth quarter. And I know you can't react to that, and that's okay. But would we lose the fifth quarter if we lose this and put the grass in?
Oh, I think there's a danger of it, sure. I mean, one of the things we wouldn't do, the whole concept of the freeness that we have, if you got mud out there, the uniforms would really be a mess, what we do now. So we couldn't do that. Plus, the kind of things that we do, if the field is soggy, we would probably turn it into what you see in a farmyard someplace, you know, when the hogs are plumping around all over the place. So, and you don't want that to happen to a field either.
Have you at any point threatened to hit Pat Richter with a trombone?
No, not at this point, but Pat always doesn't listen. But I think he's listening on this case. I mean, I think Pat's all for putting the turf back in.
Well, that was advice for me more than anything, is get the tuba players after him. As we know, the band is probably the biggest feature of the UW game. Besides, I think they do play a game. I sometimes forget because you got the band and the Bucky and everything. The fifth quarter, you've got the band out there. So I guess your opinion is we should...
Oh, you got to keep the turf. Got to put in new turf.
New Astro-Turf. You heard it from Mike Leckrone. If you have a problem with that, you come right to me. You loan me a tuba. Hey, I'm Lucky Matt from the Madison Mad Dogs. Thinks he has a job for me. Obviously, look at me. What do you got?
I've got a great job for you. You can sit there and hold this all game long.
So we try and find out the student opinion. Ma'am, what do you think?
Natural grass, dude, all the way. There's no doubt about it.
You know, we're talking about the football field.
Oh.
Natural grass, AstroTurf, what's it going to be there?
I'm going to go with the natural grass. I think it would be best. The band, the band might not like it because they'll trot it up, break it up and all that, but, you know, because when they do their routine, grass is going to get worn out and stuff. And,
sure.
But it's safer. I think the athletes won't get hurt as much on the grass, but...
we need another 2 minutes from you on this.
Oh, 2 more minutes?
Again, here we go. The big question is, do we stay with the AstroTurf or do we go with the natural grass? That's the question. Now, AstroTurf obviously has its possibilities for a lot of things, but natural grass has its possibilities as well. Now, which would you go with?
I would go with the natural grass because I've been reading about, well, you know, we've got the UW band and they do all that marching and stuff, and I really think that if we had the natural grass, it would really get mangled. It would cost too much to keep up, and it's either that or get rid of the band, and I personally enjoy the band, so I would go with the AstroTurf, yeah.
Is that your natural hair color?
Yes, it is, in fact.
Wow. So here we go, natural grass or artificial turf?
I really don't know, but I got a promising local band that's playing over at the...
Okay, that's terrific, Sparky. Just come on.
Natural grass.
Natural grass.
Natural grass.
I like grass.
Natural grass all the way. That's the only way to play ball.
Well, the key difference here is on the Astro-Turf, I can cut all over like a maniac. I'm a nut. Look at me, and I'm in. Whereas you see, the nice thing with natural grass is you cut all around like that, you plant your foot, and that's not good. Just, can we cut here? After checking into it, we find that the Badger has no Astro-Turf in his natural habitat. However, he would be faster and have better 40 times. Bucky, do you have any comment? Bucky. Stop growling at me. Well, I think we found the answer this time. Sure, I had to get into 50,000 gallons of mud to do it, but Astro-Turf, all right? Or new and improved minty fresh Astro-Turf. And by the way, how come Cindy Krause never gets any of these jobs? Cab! Taxi! Taxi! Natural grass.